Okay, hello patrons. Welcome to our storytelling tip of the month. So every month I'm going to be doing a video and I'm going to be introducing a resource, typically a book, but sometimes courses or other references or just anything that I feel like it would benefit anyone on the path to becoming either a better storyteller or a better artist, or a combination of the two. So today I'm going to be talking about this book. It's called Real Artists Don't Starve. It's by Jeff Goins. I think that's how you pronounce it. Jeff Goins. And I came across this book in an email ad, and I decided I wanted to check it out. Then I looked up the title of chapters, I went to my local chapters, sat at the store, read through the book, and decided that it was worth the investment to purchase the book. And so what I love about this book, it's not a drawing tutorial. It doesn't teach you better art skills, and it's not like a storytelling book because it's primarily about creating like visual art or painting or sculpting and that sort of thing. However, what it does offer is insight into surrounding yourself in the right environment for creativity. So it's kind of hard to concentrate on being creative when you're, financially struggling or dirt poor, or you feel like, you're a starving artist, or any of those myths. And he debunks these, which is really cool. So I'm going to read through the table of contents. So in the table of contents, we have part 1 is mindset. So it addresses the beliefs that, okay, maybe you weren't born an artist, or you were trying to be original. And then the second part is called market. So it talks about collaborating with others, building a community, cultivating patrons. And part 3 talks about money and how to make money in order to make more art. So I recommend this as a read if you are interested in furthering your, even if you plan to just do art as a hobby, it's still an interesting read. So one of the book starts off with a story about Michelangelo, and it's about someone looking into his financial records, right? Because a lot of people imagine that no matter how skilled or talented an artist is, they're still on the lower rung of society in terms of like their class, right? The king would be at the top, the peasants or whatever would be at the bottom, and artists are sort of in between there. And in the research, they found that Michelangelo was actually doing very, very well, and he positioned himself as a noble, even though like his family name wasn't part of nobility. Because of the way he branded himself, he put himself in that position to be respected as such, and made his name a noble name. So that was really fascinating. So even if you do create art as a hobby, I mean, anyone who creates art, unless you're just planning to keep it to yourself and in the basement and never show anybody, that kind of defeats the purpose of being self-expressed. And it also, I think it defeats the purpose of making it in the first place. If you're going to make something, I think part of you wants to share it with somebody. And so this is a book that helps you sort of reshape your mindset about what sharing art is really all about, and like the right motivation behind it and how to do it productively. I'm having trouble finding words to describe this. This is my first video. It's okay. So I want to share with you briefly. Here says the principles every thriving artist lives by. So the First one is the starving artist believes that you must be born an artist, and the thriving artist knows that you must become one. So it takes work, it takes effort, it takes practice, right? Number 2, the starving artist strives to be original. The thriving artist steals from his influences. So real artists know that, you know, there is no such thing as originality. Everything is a remix. And so yes, like doing a research article, cite your references, and so acknowledge. So instead of citing your references in terms of writing, you would just know your influences and be able to tell people, you know, this is who I'm in, what has inspired me. This is like the artistic legacy. Number 3, the starving artist believes that he has enough talent. The thriving artist apprentices under a master. So no matter where you are at your skill set, there's always somebody else that has been on this road longer than you, or you can consider a master or a coach or someone that you look up to that you can learn from. There's always something to be learning, right? No matter where you are at and where you want to go. Number 4, the starving artist is stubborn about everything, and the thriving artist is stubborn about the right things. There's some things that are good to be stubborn about, and there's some things that, you know, you do the same thing over again. It's called insanity because you're not getting the results that you want. So number 5, the starving artist waits to be noticed. The thriving artist cultivates patrons. So doing art and just, again, like I was saying, keeping it to yourself and not sharing it, it kind of defeats the purpose of creating it. I feel like things that are created from your soul are meant to be shared. Number 6, the starving artist believes he can be creative anywhere. The thriving artist goes where the creative work is already happening. I'm going to relate this to webcomics because that's the field that I'm in. So a lot of webcomic artists create their own website, which is great. But creating your own website is like putting up a shop in the middle of nowhere, in a desert, I don't know, and then trying to redirect people to go fly there and go visit it. It's a lot easier to go join a community like Tapastic or Webtoons, or places where there's already lots of eyeballs, like go to a shopping mall where there's already lots of shops, and there people go to shop there. It's called a shopping mall for a reason, instead of building your shop in the middle of nowhere. So that's number 6. You got to find the community that's already exists, and if it doesn't exist, then you build one. So that's number 7. The starving artist always works alone, and the thriving artist collaborates with others. I'm going to leave it at that. If you want to read the rest of this, there's still more of them. You can go check out this book. But yeah, it has lots of good advice in it. That's all I'll say about that. It's already gone on for 8 minutes. I don't know if I can post this whole video. But yeah, so stay tuned for next month in September. I will recommend another book to you and tell you why I like it and how it has helped me. Alright, and if you have any other questions, comments, maybe you got the book and you've read the book and you want to tell me what you thought about it, send me an email. You know what my email is inquiry@ashiru.com, and I look forward to hearing from you whether or not you found this helpful or useful or not. Bye! Shiru out.